cappella group at Princeton University has stopped performing the song Kiss the Girl from The Little Mermaid after the student newspaper said the lyrics promote toxic masculinity. Also, it just sucks to hear a bunch of white guys sing like a Jamaican crowd.
A man in Florida who was arrested for selling marijuana claimed that he was only doing it to buy better Christmas gifts for his children. Replied his children, "Just give us the weed, Dad."
Well, this last week was a pretty bad year for Donald Trump. Just think about what's currently under investigation for him. Trump's campaign, his transition, his inauguration, his business, and his presidency. So everyone check your cards because you might have impeachment bingo. In fact, Trump has reportedly told people close to him that he's worried he will get impeached. And by people close to him, I, of course, mean Sean Hannity and Colonel Sanders. Not because of this. Federal prosecutors in New York are investigating whether President Trump's inaugural committee misused some of the $107 million it raised for the event, which I assume they blew on Photoshop.
I mean, he's the president. He's got to know the law. Doctors know medicine. Arby's knows meat. If I told you I'm an astronaut and you asked me about the moon and I say, the moon? It's been confirmed. Former New Jersey Governor Christie has taken himself out of the running to be the permanent White House Chief of Staff. Also taking Christie out of the running, side cramps.
Firefighters in Texas saved more than 100 snakes, including pythons and boa constrictors from a burning home. Said the homeowner, "Cool, so where's my wife?" Well, guys, I'm starting to worry that President Trump might not win that Peace Prize.
Detractors on CNN are saying that Trump had no authorization for this war, but he actually did. Netanyahu said it was okay. The U.S. women's hockey team turned down President Trump's invitation to attend the stadium. Yes. You clap, but that only made Trump want them more. Hillary Clinton testified this week and said she's confident that Bill Clinton had no knowledge of Jeffrey Epstein's crimes, though there is an outside chance that Hillary sometimes doesn't know what her husband is up to. During a Black History Month event at the White House, President Trump defended himself from criticism that he is racist by listing his black friends, including Nicki Minaj, Jim Brown, and Mike Tyson. Wow, that's two more than you, Colin.
Hear me out, okay? You can't be mad at Stephen Hawking for being in this picture. What was he supposed to do, walk away? They basically trafficked him. He had no choice but to, forgive the expression, roll with it. And don't forget the most important thing Dr. Hawking taught us. Time is relative, so that means age is just a number. Wait, hold on.
This has been Hear Me Out.
Today is the last day of Black History Month, sponsored by Tourette's.
Well, Homeland Security Secretary Christy Noem has been fired. Wait, what? Why? I mean, name 1 to 20 things she did wrong. Was it calling the innocent guy they shot a domestic terrorist? Was it spending $220 million of taxpayer money on an ad campaign where she dressed up like Jessie from Toy Story? She's so happy riding the horse in this. I bet his name is Corey Lewandowski.
The CIA is reportedly working to arm local militias in Iran with the hopes that they will lead an uprising. Hey, worked great in Afghanistan. Donald Trump announced that he will attend the White House Correspondents' Dinner, which will be hosted by famous mind reader Oz Perlman. Big deal, even I can read Trump's mind. Dementia.
Said that he will challenge Dunkin' Donuts to prove that their sugary drinks are safe. You know what that means? A push-up contest with Ben Affleck.
I love it. 2 employees at a Smoothie King in Michigan were reportedly fired after refusing to serve a smoothie to a man who was wearing a President Trump hoodie, which is crazy. I mean, what happened to being civil and just serving a smoothie with spit in it?
In the front row, that got a couple. An etiquette expert is saying that the proper way to eat cereal is with a spoon in one hand and a fork in the other. The fork is to attack anyone that comes for me Lucky Charms.
This is so dumb.
It's a weird transition. March is Women's History Month. Yeah, Women's History Month. Women's History Month, celebrating all those ladies who did that stuff. Good job, girlies. You know, a younger, crazier bad guy, hell-bent on revenge. We did it. Also, is it weird that I'm kind of jealous that Iran now has a leader under 80 years old? God, remember how much better our country was doing when we had a young Muslim leader? I don't know if you caught the Muslim part. Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., seen here back from his mission to the sun, said he's recovering from rotator cuff surgery on his shoulder. Well, 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 look who needs me now, said Tylenol. North Korean leader Jong Un took his teenage daughter to a munitions factory where they test-fired pistols together. Girl dad.
Bam Adebayo of the Miami Heat scored 83 points in a game against the Wizards. Unfortunately, it was the night the Wizards started 5 Make-A-Wish kids.
YouTube
That's the goal.
That's the goal. What's the goal? YouTube has launched a new tool that will allow reporters to flag videos that use AI to recreate their likeness, like these computer-generated reporters. I think I would know if they were using AI. Netflix announced plans for a sequel to the hit movie K-pop Demon Hunters, and they better have new songs, because if I hear a kid sing Golden one more time, I'm gonna blow my brains up, up, up. President Trump's speech on the war in Iran interrupted the finale of The Masked Singer. And it's really too bad, because Trump would have found out that Cat Witch was revealed to be the new Ayatollah.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, seen here demoting a black general, said this week that an airman told him the only thing they need in Iran is bigger bombs. Got you covered. How about Christy Noem's husband?
According to reports, Iranian hackers are launching sophisticated cyber attacks on hospitals and healthcare organizations. But the joke's on them, because our healthcare system is so busted that nobody noticed. A top FEMA official revealed in an interview that he once mysteriously teleported to a Waffle House 50 miles away, which is a phenomenon better known as drunk driving. Tiger Woods was arrested for a DUI after a rollover crash in Florida. Tiger said he was disappointed in himself because he just missed the green.
Sugar, the first dog inducted into the Surfers Hall of Fame, has died at the age of 16. Sugar was known for her famous catchphrase, I am a fool.
Archaeologists have discovered 12,000-year-old dice that they believe Native Americans used for gambling. The dig was funded by the Institute of Harmful Stereotypes.
The revised AP African American History class removed the names of several black authors that Florida officials called problematic. Instead, they've been replaced with authors they call one of the good ones. Representative.
Thank you. Speaker of the House Kevin McCarthy, seen here wanting to know if you or someone you love has been injured in a car accident. Met in person with President Biden about the debt ceiling and said they had a good conversation. It went so well, Biden let him pick a couple classified documents out of the bowl.
AMC Theaters is celebrating Black History Month by offering $5 tickets to recently released Black-led movies like Wakanda Forever and The Woman King. They're also honoring Black people by starting the movie 20 minutes late. A new study finds that despite women making less money than men, more single women in the U.S. own homes than single men, thanks to a phenomenon economists call divorce. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg visited the site of the train derailment and was criticized for wearing leather dress boots. But give him a break. That's all they had at Baby Gap. That's how he really dances, too. First Lady Jill Biden said in an interview that she maintains a good balance in the types of advice she offers President Biden. But it's mostly, hold on to the railing.
This week, South Carolina attorney Alex Murdaugh was found guilty of murder and also found guilty of looking like Will Ferrell dressed as Conan O'Brien.
Experts have debunked claims that an unwanted pregnancy can be terminated with high doses of vitamin C. Well, that's the last time I asked a woman to stay over for breakfast, Colin.
The National Brotherhood of Skiers is pushing for greater representation of Black people in winter sports, which are predominantly white. Huh, so it seems like someone's a little jealous that we took their precious dunk contest. It was announced that the producers of this year's Academy Awards have set up a crisis team to deal with any incidents similar to last year's Will Smith slap. Guys, it's not going to happen again. I'm sure you wish it would for ratings. If anything, the promos for the Oscars should be, who's going to get slapped this year? You make some good points, Michael. A new report shows that New Jersey has the second worst roads in the country, while the worst roads are the ones that go into New Jersey.
The U.S. Energy Department concluded that COVID likely originated from a Wuhan laboratory leak and not a wet market. So I gave up eating bats for nothing? Newspapers around the country dropped the cartoon strip Dilbert after creator Scott Adams said he chose to live in a community where no Black people live. So he lives in your building, huh, Colin?
Biologists in Florida are warning that the Jesus Christ lizard, named for its ability to run on water, could spread harmful diseases to humans. They hope to control the population by introducing a Pontius Pilate lizard.
That's sweet.
It was reported that the James Bond books are being rewritten to remove offensive material. So the character Pussy Galore will now be called Cooter Aplenty. After Walgreens announced that they will stop selling abortion pills in 21 states, CVS has remained silent on the issue. While over at Rite Aid, you can just grab a pill from the Take Abortion, Leave Abortion program. A man in Florida said he was surprised when he heard a knock at the door and it turned out to be an alligator. Even more surprising, it was doing the thing from Love Actually. Officials in Berlin announced that women will now be allowed to go topless at the city's pools. But officials also said to be aware, it's not going to be the ones you want.
On Friday, Kyle Rittenhouse was found not guilty in the murder of 2 men during a Black Lives Matter protest. So hopefully he got all that shooting out of his system before he becomes a cop.
Reporters in a live stream on Getter, a social media platform popular with Trump allies. Getter is named after what its users say whenever they see a woman walking alone. A man surprised his girlfriend by bringing her on stage to propose to her during an Adele concert. Then they sat down and listened to an hour of songs about divorce. According to new reports, 6 days before WikiLeaks released hacked emails from Hillary Clinton's campaign, Roger Stone, who I believe runs a haunted carnival, received a text from a friend reading Hillary Clinton's campaign will die this week, even though the actual moment her campaign died was when she said this.
Pokemon go to the polls.
I don't know. I bet Trump is hoping she'll Pikachu's to run again.
A luxury candy company in Chicago will soon start selling Ruby chocolate. And they're also going to get sued because Ruby chocolate is my drag name.
A lesbian couple made medical history by each taking turns carrying their baby's embryo in their wombs. It was a totally equal effort, said the one who didn't have to give birth. Testified in court that Donald Trump continued to work on a deal to build a Trump Tower in Moscow well into his presidential campaign. Trump defended himself, saying the deal was, quote, very legal and very cool. Which sounds like a Craigslist ad for Russian prostitutes. Number one all-time babes is very legal and very cool, man. And we never kill you, only sometimes. Protesters at the G20 summit flew a giant baby Trump balloon, which in the past Trump has said makes him feel unwelcome. Well, yeah, I mean, the diaper balloon was never meant as a tribute. Also saying that balloon is being mean to me is a pretty clear sign of dementia. Worse, Trump also thought that the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade was calling him a huge orange pussy.
Trump defended the border agents, saying they use safe tear gas. Wait, there's been safe tear gas this whole time? Boy, black people are going to be upset when they find out about this.
Starbucks announced that starting in 2019, it will block pornography websites over its Wi-Fi. It's a move they're calling Che's Law.
It's good law.
Well, this week, Robert Mueller released the teaser trailer for Trump Endgame. Federal prosecutors said Friday that Michael Cohen committed 2 election-related crimes at the direction of a person identified as Individual 1. Now, we don't know for sure who Individual 1 is, but let's just say things are getting tense right now over at Individual 1 Tower.
Trump is now calling for an end to the Mueller probe, which I gotta admit, it's worth a shot. I mean, you don't want to go to jail and then find out you could have just called it off the whole time. I think the scariest thing about watching Trump be president is that he tries all the things that I would try.
Trump also announced that his Attorney General nominee will be William Barr, who served as Attorney General from 91 to 93. A reboot of someone with the last name Barr, who was big in the early 90s? What could go wrong? SpaceX launched a rocket into orbit carrying the cremated remains of 100 people. Unfortunately, they weren't cremated when it launched. Warner Brothers is producing a new movie in which Superman is black. In this version, black Superman's kryptonite is an honest day's work. Whoa! Whoa! The bat used by Babe Ruth to hit his 500th home run was auctioned off this week. Also, I'll be auctioning off the bat I used to keep my neighborhood white. California has become the first state in the country to issue ebony alerts when a black child goes missing. And hopefully the police find them before I do.
Those are some rough jokes, Colin. A bat used by Jackie Robinson was sold at auction for more than $1 million. The bat is considered to be so valuable because Robinson used it at an all-star game and also to get back to his car safely.
It was reported that in 2018, the mother of Pete Hegseth, Trump's nominee for defense secretary, sent her son an email saying that she was embarrassed by the way he repeatedly belittles, lies, cheats, and uses women for his own power and ego. To which Pete Hegseth responded, "Bitch, shut up."
It was reported that the man who married a conjoined twin is facing a paternity lawsuit from his ex-wife. Great. The last thing that guy needs is another mouth to feed.
A man in Canada saved his wife after a polar bear lunged at her and he leapt onto the bear's back, shouting, "Finish her!"
The Women's Pro Baseball League announced that they plan to have 6 teams ready to play by the summer of 2026. We'll see about that.
While boarding Air Force One this week, Biden narrowly avoided tripping and falling on the stairs again, and instead did a forward roll before inviting everyone inside the chocolate factory. In what many people are calling a high point of his term, President Biden gave multiple speeches this week in which he issued the same strong warning to anyone thinking about attacking Israel. And here was his message.
Don't.
I won't. I really like that Biden only needs one word to get his point across. He's basically the Groot of presidents. But to give you an idea of how effective don't is, it's the same thing Biden says to his dog right before it bites another Secret Service agent. Well, just hours ago, President Biden won the South Carolina Democratic primary, barely edging out his closest rival, Time.
We're making each other read jokes live on air that the other person has never seen before.
Right. And the idea is to give each other, like fun jokes that could be fun.
Yeah, sure. But before we start, there's someone very special here who was last on this show, season 3, 46 years ago, poet, author, and activist. Please welcome Dr. Hattie Davis, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. And, Colin, you can start with your first joke.
Hi. Oh my God. A group of geneticists have announced plans to bring back the dodo and reintroduce it to Africa. And if you ask me, I can think of at least one dodo I'd like to reintroduce to Africa.
Woman's an activist, Colin. King Charles will visit Kenya next week, where he is expected to acknowledge Britain's role in the slave trade and unfortunately attempt to return Meghan. I just report the news, guys.
I'm glad I didn't tell it.
King Charles's official portrait is being criticized for depicting him on a harsh red background, but in the royal family, that's better than having a black background. I thought they'd like that, Colin.
Better you than me. Next Thursday is Leap Day, which means we got to wait till Friday for it to finally be over. New York City police are trying to determine the owner of a human leg found abandoned on a Bronx subway track. The top theory so far being the guy yelling, "Ah!"
It was really good acting, Colin.
Thanks, man. Representative Liz Cheney attacked the House GOP leadership, saying they've enabled white supremacy and anti-Semitism. House leadership rejected Cheney's attacks, calling them cheaper than a black rabbi.
Scientists in New Guinea have rediscovered a long-lost mammal called a monotreme, which has the quills of a hedgehog, the snout of an anteater, the feet of a mole, and the ass of an angel. I'm just reading it, man. A growing number of high-end luxury apartment buildings around the country are offering new amenities, including IV drips to help recover from hangovers. And if that sounds appealing, learn more at Alcoholics Anonymous. Donald Trump endorsed Mark Robinson for North Carolina governor, calling Robinson Martin Luther King on steroids. Not to be confused with Martin Luther King on Ozempic. All right, you go again, Colin. I don't know. I don't have it today.
I'm glad you told it. For the first time ever, 2 male humpback whales were photographed having sex. Learn more about it in the heartbreaking drama Humpback Mountain. A woman complained online about a date in which a man snuck out of the restaurant and stuck her with the bill after watching her eat 48 oysters. And like you, I was completely on her side until the words 48 oysters. A man in Utah was ordered to remove a Halloween decoration of a skeleton pole dancing. And I'm sorry, but that just looks like every white strip club to me. A Pennsylvania man has been sentenced to 2 years probation for selling body parts for mortuaries, but still no punishment for the buyer, Arby's.
Arby's, we have your grandpa.
For Weekend Update, sponsored by Arby's, I'm Paul Jost.
I'm Michael Che. Good night. Police say a man in Nebraska snuck into a home and slept with a sex doll belonging to a man who recently died. Wow, she moved on fast. All right. A man on a plane in India who was trapped in the bathroom for the whole flight says the crew slipped him a piece of paper reading, "Do not panic." Then he slipped them a piece of paper back reading, "More paper, please."
Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene said next week she will force a vote to oust House Speaker Mike Johnson. And if there's one thing I bet she's amazing at, it's driving men away.
During a Senate hearing on child safety, online Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg turned to the audience and apologized to families of children who were harmed by social media. The family said they were surprised and, quote, chilled to the bone. It's a horrifying man.
A fist fight almost broke out at a congressional hearing after Senator Mark Wayne Mullen challenged the president of the Teamsters Union to a fist fight. You challenge the president of the Teamsters to a fight? You have a death wish? The two things I learned growing up in New York were never mess with the Teamsters and don't drink that Snapple you found on the subway.
Melania Trump made a rare public appearance when she attended the funeral of former First Lady Rosalind Carter, who died at the age of 96. Melania said that she was deeply saddened to be reminded that your partner can live that long.
A new study suggests that men are better than women at using a map, while women are better at sitting silently for the rest of the car ride after you tell them that.
A new report shows that the gender death gap is rising, with men dying an average of 6 years before women, which is, it's actually scientific proof that men are actually dying a little every time we have to listen to your boring-ass stories.
Michael! JetBlue and Spirit Airlines announced that they are canceling their planned merger after a federal judge told JetBlue, girl, don't. Merriam-Webster announced that one of the site's most looked-up words of 2023 was Riz, which is slang for charisma. But if you have to look it up, bitch, you ain't got it. Michael Cohen, whose cologne I can smell through this picture, testified against Donald Trump this week. Cohen was portrayed by Trump's attorneys as someone who hated Donald Trump and was trying to get revenge. But the only evidence of that comes from Cohen's upcoming book, I Hate Donald Trump, but I'm Trying to Get Revenge.
New data shows that middle school students have only made up a third of the math skills they lost during the pandemic. Their math was so bad they didn't get it when I texted them, you plus me equals 69. Colin, wow, okay.
Wow. Hey, you put it in text.
A lawyer for Mike Pence says that after they discovered classified documents in his home, Pence stands ready and willing to fully cooperate. Incidentally, I stand ready and willing to fully cooperate is also what Pence says before sex.
Mitch McConnell, seen here watching the bank foreclose on a single mother, says that he has completely recovered after 2 incidents where he appeared to freeze up and become unresponsive. But suspiciously, he made the comments while being held up by 2 guys in beachwear.
Mitch McConnell officially endorsed Donald Trump for president because despite their differences, they actually go way back. The dating app Bumble says that next year they expect to see a surge in relationships where one person dates someone considerably older because those student loans ain't going to pay for themselves. A new report shows that for the first time, the majority of billionaires last year received their fortunes through family inheritance. And not to brag, but I inherited my family's learning disabilities. A new study finds that despite women making less money than men, more single women in the U.S. own homes than single men, thanks to a phenomenon economists call divorce.
Divorce. A linguistics expert has released a list of the most beautiful sounding baby names, with the top spots once again going to Matthew and Sophia, while the worst sounding names are Moist and Slurp. In Arizona, a woman was arrested after she allegedly went day drinking while her 5-month-old child was sitting home alone, like a loser.
It was reported that 92-year-old Rupert Murdoch is set to marry his 67-year-old girlfriend. The couple asked, in lieu of wedding gifts, send lube.
Oh, good, another one.
Oh, another one. It was reported that 92-year-old Rupert Murdoch is set to marry his 67-year-old girlfriend. The couple is registered at Campbell's Funeral Home.
No, boy, this is a rough day for me, man.
Elon Musk met with Benjamin Netanyahu this week and agreed that Israel must destroy Hamas. And I think Musk could destroy Hamas almost instantly by becoming their CEO.
After Trump was photographed with some strange red marks on his hand, some dermatologists speculated it could be something called hand herpes. What the hell is hand herpes? Said Tim Scott.
New research suggests that Viagra can help lower a man's chances of developing Alzheimer's by 60%, thanks to an effect researchers are calling post-nut clarity. Hung Cao, a Republican candidate for Senate in Virginia, criticized drag queens and implied that they are not tough enough to serve in the military, which is sad because Hung Cao is a fantastic drag name.
Earlier today, an American fighter jet shot down a suspected Chinese surveillance balloon that had been spotted crossing the United States, officially ending history's most complicated gender reveal party. And bad news for China, it's a girl. Chinese officials condemned the U.S. decision to destroy the surveillance balloon, saying it was a civilian aircraft. Okay, but even civilian aircrafts can be extremely dangerous.
Last week, a U.S. appeals court blocked a Biden-era student debt relief plan, which means the only way for young people to pay off their student loans is by dating Bill Belichick.
Michael.
Oh, come on. Recent report shows that Fox News host Tucker Carlson, seen here bragging about how big it is, has repeatedly pushed the theory that Democrats want to replace white people with minorities. But that doesn't even make sense because white people still exist. It's not like they suddenly turn into minorities, unless it's Halloween. Tucker Carlson's got a lot of nerve pushing these wild conspiracy theories because if he thinks the government has a secret plot to help minorities, well, he must be smoking that crack the CIA secretly put in black neighborhoods.
Victor Manuel Roca, a former U.S. ambassador, has been charged with spying for Cuba since 1981. And that's why Cuba is the unstoppable superpower they are today.
A new report shows that Hurricane Florence was the wettest in history. The previous record for wetness was set on the opening night of Magic Mike. Donald Trump said at a rally that he would make November 5th Christian Visibility Day. Wait, I thought that was called Ash Wednesday. Video was posted of a police officer in San Francisco pulling over a driverless car, then the car driving away after the officer saw no one was behind the wheel. Even more amazing, he still managed to shoot an unarmed black guy.